Is there an art of feed biosecurity, or is it 100% science?
Uh, well, I think the science that shows viruses can live in feed, it's been replicated so many times over so many different viruses. I think that's 100% science.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's no question about that. But there is a lot of art with feed biosecurity because there's a lot of things we don't know. We don't know the half-life for all of these viruses in feed ingredients. We know some. We don't know the oral dose in feed for all these viruses in ingredients. We know some, but we're still a little bit having to use use what we can, use what science we have, but potentially develop strategies a little bit using some art because we simply don't have a cookbook approach yet because we're missing a few key facts. We don't know how much virus is in feed in the real world. Okay. I think the Chinese have shown very nicely that ASF virus DNA can be easily found in the grains on the ground and things that they harvest. Mm-hmm. But there's quite a few things we don't understand yet. So there's quite a bit of art, but the science of transport and transmission, or survival and transmission, I think is very solid.
Very good. And I probably would add on the art side of things, just from that, from the measures at the feed mill level, just from, the cleaning side of things and path, people and trucks and all those things, just being able to implement, right. And
mm-hmm.
and transmit that message to the team that's super important.
Yeah. The other art side of this question, it leads to science, but a lot of the art is in developing these ideas and models where we can study this. We've developed two different models. One goes across the Pacific Ocean in a laboratory setting. The other one goes across the Atlantic Ocean. So, one model starts in Beijing, goes to Shanghai, to San Francisco, to Des Moines. The other model starts in Warsaw, Poland, goes to Le Havre, France, across the Atlantic to New York City, and then to Des Moines. And so we've set it up where these got representative ingredients, representative distances, representative transport times, representative environmental conditions. So some of that leads to a scientific outcome, but a lot of that is art, mm-hmm. just from imagination and trying to figure out a way to see in that bag of choline in a feed mill that's from China, how do we study whether that could be a potential vehicle at the laboratory level, so it can be controlled, it can be repeated, it can be done at the level it needs to really answer the question. So there's definitely, again, art and science involved in this.